Brian O'Driscoll is going to be in this seat tomorrow, looking ahead to the game. And I went down to the archives of something that Bod said about you on this show previously. I think he was talking about you and Nonu at the same time. He said, the man was nicknamed the Snake. I think it's because of his hips. It doesn't look like he's going that fast, but that man can travel. Back in 2012, I remember thinking he wasn't that quick, and I saw him pulling away from me, and I was like, right, okay, this is more of a reflection on me or on him. I'm not entirely sure. He said he was a very good footballer, a really clever player. He got what might be perceived as a lot of easy scores, but he had to run the line in order to make them happen. He was a really, really clever operator.
Very kind, very kind. From the real great. He was, it was great. I've obviously got to know Brian pretty well over the years, but he was certainly, when I first started playing, like the player I looked up to. I loved watching him play and then getting to play against him and then meet him. That's the great thing about rugby, but very, very kind words.
I got an Ireland outside centre. I gave you a quote from him about you. So naturally I have to ask you what you make of the Irish centres at the moment. So Bundee, particularly in a different world, he could be an All Black as opposed to playing for Ireland at the moment. What do you make of Bundee as a player?
Yeah, brilliant player. I think particularly he's come along, I'm sure he'd say the same thing himself, immensely in the last few years. I think he's really matured. I think he's always had a great skill set. I know even in New Zealand he was very highly regarded, and they were pretty gutted, when he did decide to go overseas. He certainly wasn't someone like some other players, that sort of don't have opportunities and then go. I think Bundee was one that they desperately wanted to keep, but you see why. I think as I say, he always had the skills. I think what he's brought in the last few years, maturity, consistency of performance, and I was fortunate enough to play outside Nonu most of my career, and there's a lot. I don't like comparing players, but there is a lot about similarities between the two, and I know even though they're big, solid guys, there's a lot more to both of them, and it's actually their skills and their passing that creates so many opportunities